Here in Southern California, people are also monitoring the situation in Ukraine. CBS 2's Tina Ezedine spoke to a history professor at Cal State University, Long Beach.
An impending war.
All this situation seems like a nightmare, to be honest.
Eastern Ukraine, top military officials under attack, women and children evacuated. Russia concerned with security along its western border.
To put it into perspective, let's say Canada and Mexico had decided that they were going to join an anti-U.S. military alliance. How would the United States feel? How would we deal with that? That's the equivalent of how Russia feels.
Assurances by the United States dating back to the 1990s, leading to the present, as Russian President Vladimir Putin seeks to become a member of NATO, the North Atlantic Treaty Organization. The United States never following through on its promise. Now Putin wants to make sure the same happens with Ukraine.
So what Putin asked Biden to do about 3 weeks ago was, if you guarantee that Ukraine cannot become a part of NATO. And Biden said no. And I think that was another instance where Putin felt like he could not trust the West.
The Biden administration threatening Russia with sanctions as Putin threatens the world with higher inflation. Russia produces nearly 10% of the world's oil.
It is a fact. There is no avoiding it. Putin wants a Ukraine that he can control one way or another. And the United States can't do anything about it.
America now on the brink as tensions rise between Russia and Ukraine. It's either a diplomatic solution or war. Tina Ezedine, CBS 2 News.